This $1 million view is $210 a month.
Starbucks are overrated. You can make the same thing at home, but cheaper. Same goes for Coworks. For those that understand their value, they are an essential part of travel. You can work from your Airbnb, but co-working offices provide better quality. In the Netherlands, the quality of offices is high, but so are the price tags. So which one is worth your money? I started off by visiting a student-focused office. TSH Collab is a European-wide phenomenon. Never have I seen a co-work, co-live that catered to students so well. As a result, it's the most affordable at approximately $125 a month for the most basic package. Like seeing an electric stove top heating up for the first time, it attracted me. Then I touched it and got burned, which is my fault for not feeling them out beforehand. Instead, I walked in and asked for a tour. My mistake. After waiting 40 minutes while using their guest Wi-Fi, which was fast, I was impressed. I got up and left to return another day. After scheduling a tour ahead of time, things were much smoother. The office is but a fraction of the total service the student hotel provides. Better thought of as a one-stop shop for all things a traveler could need. It offers laundry services, co-living, workout facilities, a gaming area, and a cafe. But with membership, you can make your own espresso for free. The trial day allowed me the opportunity to explore and take it all in. The cowork provides what you'd expect. Comfortable chairs, sturdy tables with plugins, and a productive atmosphere. The differentiator in this space were the lack of blinds. Constantly playing pop music and an area just for students to study. The hardest part to swallow was the difference between the basic and mid-tier packages. That $125 price tag meant no ergonomic chair and no 24/7 access. Having those and a few other perks would set you back nearly $300 US. So I kept looking. It wasn't hard to find the next one. While it was a further walk to get to, it was well worth it. Workhouse stands out as the best co-work I have ever been to. Picturesque is the way to describe it. There's a reason for this. It's an architecture studio built by an architecture firm for their architects to work at. It made me jealous I didn't pick a different career path. Offices don't get more inspiring than this. Well, unless you have the best view in Amsterdam, which I'll share with you at the end. Words don't do this place justice, but with video and music, I can try. The owners of this space knew the size of the office would evoke emotion, but their firm is small, so they figured, let's make it a co-working space. To the owners that thought of this, thank you. And to the staff that make it such a wonderful place, thank you as well. Without an appointment, I walked in, was immediately granted a tour. More than that, I was offered a trial day, barista-made coffee, and the opportunity to eat lunch with everyone. I was so touched, I immediately signed up. But it gets better. Those monitors bought for visual-based architects are free as part of the membership. And when you can find a standing desk, those too. But the price tag must be high. Well, it was the same price as TSH Collab at $300. My only regret is that I couldn't spend more time there, as the office is only open weekdays 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's the office I chose. End of the video, right? Well, you're now over 2 minutes into a video about co-working spaces. I know what you like, and showing you just two wouldn't be good value. My first trip to Den Haag, or The Hague, as the Dutch have let us foreigners call it, was disappointing. The office I had planned to trial was unstaffed, meaning appointment only. I still got some video of it. Nomad is highly rated on Google Maps, but can be a pain to find. On the upper floor of a business complex, it seemed like a good place. Too bad I couldn't access it. Not to worry. Plan B had even better reviews. On Google Maps, it's listed as an office rental agency, but you haven't seen one like this. Its beauty comes from the reuse of a historic building. The old design and corporate atmosphere complement each other. Like when something goes out of style and then a new generation makes it cool again. Space's Red Elephant did just that. The best parts are concentrated on the first floor with a cafe in its center and well-lit co-working space on the perimeter. Coming in at nearly $320, you get 24/7 access to a dedicated desk with one of the best views in The Hague. While popular amongst companies that are renting it for their teams, it's growing in popularity for people like you and me. Downside here is that coffee isn't free. Funny thing to note is that a desk on the first floor is $60 more than on the top floor. And I confirmed that with the area manager. The reason why? Well, the desk on the first floor are a little bit bigger. I mean, if you're going to force me to choose between the two, I guess I'll have to spend less for the better view. But it lacked the social aspect, which the Hague Tech made up for. This large open floor plan with centralized eating area, had one of the best social environments. Clearly inspired by Silicon Valley, it also had the only massage chair I've ever seen in a cowork. It did everything right, from a communal lunch to a variety of ergonomic options, and included my two favorite perks, standing desks and free monitors. The other unique offering was the video studio. A production company has teamed up with the cowork to house their set in the office. The stipulation is that it's made available to members. To rent the space, you need to hire the production company. The downside here was that all the desks were positioned away from the windows. Good for avoiding screen glare, but made it feel like a regular 9-to-5 office. The Hague Tech could fit in the Silicon Valley, but the Silicon Valley wishes it could look like the next city. Rotterdam is vibrant and so well functioning, just being there is inspiring. The coworks take it a step further and a step back. Here's where this hot shower positivity gets put on pause. There's a saying amongst travelers, go where you're wanted. In Rotterdam, I had the first experience of a cowork where I felt like trash. I should have known when they had something like this on their website. If that wasn't enough, I even pushed past this second red flag, no trial day. So I ended up spending $25 to use the free 5 megabit per second download Wi-Fi. And yes, I asked to use the paid one. Notes, I haven't said anything derogatory about the place. I'm not risking a defamation case. But 42 workspace, how you got that many reviews? I have no clue. Should I have left that out? Probably. But that wouldn't be fair to you. I did find a better place in Rotterdam that does want you. Having been soured by the last experience, I visited the next space with a more discerning eye and was quickly sweetened by a return to the quality I now expect of the Netherlands. StartDoc's main differentiator is its $250 price tag for 24/7 access. Compared to the other beautiful coworks, it still holds its own. The second floor is a place to work or relax. With free beer, free coffee, and a small group that eats lunch together, I know you'll like being there. Using a historic building, overlooking a well-cared-for green space and harbor, sitting out on the second floor patio was the relaxing space I needed. While the view is pleasant, it can't even compare to the next one I found. Working with the best view in Amsterdam will cost you at minimum $220 for weekday access. But if you're renting a place close enough to use it, I'm sure that's cheap to you. My only visit to Amsterdam was to try out Adamgo, and I'm happy I did. It came with free coffee, the best view of the city, and an unforgettable sunset. Adam Tower is a newly refurbished building on the north bank of the river. The ferry to it is free, but for tourists that want the same view, it's $17 to enter the observation deck. But trialing the cowork is free with an appointment. If you're a tourist, keep this loophole a secret. As for working there, it was a pleasure. All the seats were comfortable with an outstanding view. If there is one thing it needs more of, it's phone booths. But that's what all coworks need more of. This was my last day in the Netherlands, and so this video comes to a close.